Hey everyone, we're here to start off the month of Noirvember, and with that we have the 1957 film 5 Steps to Danger, starring Ruth Roman and Sterling Hayden. Now John Emmett, as played by Sterling Hayden, is on his vacation when his car breaks down. When towed to a garage, he finds out that it will take too long to repair and decides to sell the car. While he's there, he meets another traveler, Ann Nicholson, Ruth Roman, who offers him a ride if he will help her drive to Santa Fe, to which he agrees. However, at a diner, he meets Helen Bethke, Jean Cooper, a nurse who claims that Ann has had a mental breakdown. She says that Ann is being encouraged to take a trip by her psychiatrist, Dr. Simmons, Werner Klemperer, and asks John to go with her, which he still agrees to do. The trip becomes more interesting, however, when two sheriffs pull John and Ann over and try to arrest them for a murder in Los Angeles supposedly committed by Ann. They get away, but John becomes suspicious of Ann in her rush to get to Santa Fe. So she tells him that she had been sent by a friend of her brother's to bring some information about guided missiles to an old family friend, Dr. Reinhard Kissel, and she had discovered he was in Santa Fe. John still decides to keep coming along with her anyway, although when they come to a college that they had heard that Dr. Kissel was teaching at, they learn from the dean, Branch, Richard Gaines, that he wasn't there at all. So John takes Ann to a hotel where he leaves her with Dr. Simmons and her nurse before moving on to the fishing lodge he had a reservation at. However, Dr. Simmons believes that Ann needs to be put in a sanitarium and makes arrangements to do so, although Ann escapes before she can be taken there. Meanwhile, CIA agent Kirkpatrick, Charles Davis, comes to John and tells him that Dr. Kissel is working for them at a nearby government testing facility. After the CIA agent leaves, Ann shows up. Figuring out that they love each other, they decide to get married and then go to the government facility to see Dr. Kissel. However, Ann determines that the man working there as Dr. Kissel is an imposter, and she tells CIA agent Kirkpatrick. But can they catch all the undercover Soviet agents? Now, I will admit, 5 Steps to Danger, which is based on the Donald Hamilton story The Steel Mirror, barely qualifies as noir. It has hints of it, don't get me wrong, but it also feels like more of a combination of Cold War era spy thrillers and Gaslight. Admittedly, I wouldn't say that the gaslighting that goes on here is anywhere near as good as what happens in the classic 1944 film, nor is it necessarily that good of a spy thriller. But I blame that mostly on the script, which wanders around a little too much. I think the actors do a decent job with what they are given, especially Werner Klemperer. Boy, after having seen him for years on the TV series Hogan's Heroes, sure feels weird seeing him actually playing a competent, smart character. Now, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it has enough good points to it that it is a movie that I would recommend giving a try. This movie is available on Blu-ray and DVD from Classic Flicks. According to the disc case, this movie was restored from the original camera negative. I will definitely say that this transfer looks pretty darn good. Sure, there are a few specks here and there and some dirt there as well, but they are minor issues at best and do not take away from an otherwise good-looking release. So, at least for its transfer alone, this is the best way to see the movie. The movie itself is 1 hour and 20 minutes in length. Well, that should be all I have to say on that one, everybody, so thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep coming back for more.